Do you actually know what your dog is trying to tell you when they climb into your bed every single night? You've seen it 1,000 times. You bought them that expensive orthopedic memory foam bed. You placed it in the perfect corner. And yet, the second the lights go out, you hear the familiar thump-thump of paws on the mattress, and suddenly you're fighting for a sliver of space on your own pillow. Most owners laugh it off. We assume they're just being cuddly, or looking for warmth. But behind that nightly ritual, there is a 15,000-year-old secret hardwired into their DNA. Your dog isn't just looking for a soft place to rest. They are performing an ancient social ritual that reveals more about how they truly feel about you than 100 wagging tails ever could. Today we are diving into the psychology of the sleeping dog. We're going inside the oxytocin loop, the groundbreaking science of attachment theory, and a 14,000-year-old discovery that proves this bond is older than civilization itself. And most importantly, we're going to talk about the one warning sign you should never ignore. What it means if your dog suddenly stops sleeping with you. Once you understand the ancient code your dog is following, you will never look at your bed, or your dog, the same way again. 1. The 14,000-year-old code. To understand why your dog rejects their bed for yours, we have to travel back in time. In the sources, we discuss how cats chose to live alongside humans thousands of years ago. But for dogs, that decision happened even earlier and it was much more intimate. Archaeologists discovered a burial site in Bonn Castle, Germany, dating back over 14,000 years. Inside they found the remains of a man, a woman, and a dog, all buried together. This wasn't just a pet, this was a member of the family. Even back then humans and dogs weren't just working together. They were sharing their most vulnerable moments. In the wild, sleep is a dangerous state. Every instinct an animal has screams at them to find somewhere hidden and shielded. When your dog walks past their own bed to sleep with you, they are following an ancient survival code. In their ancestral mind, the pack is at its most vulnerable when it is unconscious. By sleeping with you, they are merging their safety with yours. They aren't just staying warm. They are affirming that you are a member of their inner circle. To a dog, home isn't a house, it's the person they trust enough to close their eyes next to. 2. The attachment science. You are the safe base. Why does your presence have such a powerful effect on your dog's ability to rest? It comes down to a concept called attachment theory. A landmark 2019 study from Oregon State University found that dogs, much like the cats discussed in our earlier videos, form a secure attachment with their owners that mirrors the bond between a human infant and their mother. In this relationship, the owner acts as the safe base. When you are in the room, and specifically when you are touching them or nearby, your dog's nervous system can finally go into sleep mode. Research shows that dogs only enter deep REM sleep, the kind where they twitch, dream and process their day, when they feel unconditionally safe. By choosing your bed, they are choosing the only place in the world where they feel safe enough to let their guard down completely. They aren't being needy. They are using your presence as a biological anchor that tells their brain, the leader is here. The territory is secure. You can rest now. Before we get to the oxytocin loop, and the specific messages behind your dog's sleeping positions, hit that like button and subscribe. It's the best way to help us reach more owners who want to understand the silent language of their best friend. Now let's look at the chemistry of the cuddle. 3. The oxytocin loop, the chemical handshake. Have you ever noticed your dog pressing their body into yours right before they fall asleep? In the sources, we talk about how cats blend their scent with yours to create a communal signature. Dogs do something very similar, but they take it a step further with something called the oxytocin loop. Oxytocin is the love hormone, the same chemical that bonds a mother to her baby. Science has shown that when a dog and their owner look into each other's eyes or share physical contact, oxytocin levels spike in both beings. When your dog sleeps pressed against you, they are engaging in a nightly chemical handshake. Every time they sigh, nudge your leg, or rest their head on your chest, they are triggering a release of hormones that lowers their heart rate and reduces stress. This is why your scent is so addictive to them. Your bed is drenched in the natural oils and chemistry of your body, and to your dog, that scent is the most powerful anxiety reducer in existence. They aren't just stealing your blankets, they are wrapping themselves in you to keep their internal world calm. For positioning, the bodyguard instinct. Where your dog chooses to sleep on the bed isn't random, it's strategic. Even the most pampered house dog still carries the instincts of a protector. At the foot of the bed, some owners take this personally, but you shouldn't. In the dog world, sleeping at the foot of the bed is a protective choice. They are positioning themselves at the entry point, acting as the first line of defense between you and the door. They are assigning themselves a role, the bodyguard. On your chest or back, this is the highest level of devotion. By matching their breathing rhythm to your heartbeat, they are seeking the ultimate level of synchronization. With their back to you, this is one of the most misunderstood signals. In the animal kingdom, turning your back on someone is a vulnerability. If your dog sleeps with their back to you, they are telling you they trust you so much they don't need to watch you. It is a silent compliment. By assigning themselves a post every night, your dog is affirming their place in your life. They aren't just pets. They have a job to do, and every single night they show up for duty. 5. The sudden stop, a warning signal. Now, we have to talk about something that breaks my heart because so many owners miss it. What does it mean if your dog suddenly stops sleeping with you? In the sources, we emphasize that pets are creatures of habit. When a long-standing pattern like sleeping together suddenly changes, it is almost never moodiness. It is a communication. Dogs are masters at hiding pain. It's an ancient survival mechanism. Showing weakness makes you a target. Often, the very first sign that something is physically wrong is a change in sleep behavior. If a dog who always slept on the bed suddenly starts seeking out the cold floor or a dark corner, it could mean they are struggling with joint pain, arthritis, or even a fever and need to regulate their temperature or avoid being touched. Alternatively, it could be an emotional shift. Has the routine changed? Is there a new stressor in the house? As we see in the attachment studies, a dog that pulls away might be feeling a sense of insecure attachment due to environmental disruption. If your dog's ritual changes, don't ignore it. Listen to the silence. They are whispering that something isn't right. Conclusion: the architect of safety. The next time you wake up with a dog head on your pillow and no room for your legs, take a breath before you get frustrated. Understand that your dog has walked past every quiet, comfortable corner of your home to be with you. They have overridden thousands of years of survival instincts just to be vulnerable in your presence. When they sleep with you, they are telling you the most honest thing they can: I trust you with my life. You are my safe base. You are my home. You aren't just the person who fills the food bowl, you are the architect of their safety. If this video changed the way you look at your thieving dog tonight, tell me in the comments. What's your dog's favorite post on the bed? And if you want to learn more about the silent signals your dog is sending you during the day, check out our video on dog language right here. Because to your dog, you are the world. And they're just waiting for you to notice. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.